Now, conservatives tell us all the time that we need to respect the people in uniform, and the brave men and women that are out there fighting for our freedom, that are protecting America. Well, they may actually want to tell that to the man who hurled racial slurs at a National Guardswoman. Now, Raw Story is reporting that Aimable, a 19-year-old Army National Guard private, was in uniform when when a white man she cut off in traffic followed her multiple blocks to accost her. Now, again, okay, being cut off is annoying, but do you really follow somebody 19 blocks? That seems a little excessive. Now, she reports that this was the first time anyone had ever called her the N-word to her face in 19 years. So this is what she said. Quote, "The man told me to never forget that I am nothing but an N-word, and that us N-words do not deserve to serve the country, and to take off her uniform and to kill herself." Classy guy, right? Super classy. I think that seems far more than being just irritated to being cut off. Like I said, I don't like being cut off. Doesn't mean I'm going to chase people down, especially if they're an ethnic minority, and start calling them N-words. But see, this isn't about what she did. This is more about who she was. He couldn't stand being cut off by one of them. In an interview with Raw Story, she talked about the incident. She said that when the man first confronted her with the racial slur, she became angry and then afraid. Quote, "I wanted to fight him. I wanted to make him take those words back. But I also remembered that I'm in uniform and I must conduct myself accordingly," and she conducted herself way better than this guy supposedly did. She said also, "I, as an African-American or an N-word in his sense, I tend to be stereotyped as violent, so why fulfill my stereotypes?" I think that's, I think it's sad that people like that get stereotyped, for one, so she couldn't even stand up for herself. But it does also take a lot of restraint to stand back and remember that, hey man, I'm in uniform and I represent the country. I'm actually representing you far better than you were representing yourself. So I'm going to take the high road here and maintain my calm, my cool, my collectedness, and show you how much better I am than you. And like I said, to her credit, that's exactly what she did. I don't know a lot of people that would stand back and just let a person like that say shit like that. Now, she also said, with this uniform comes a lot of power and responsibility. There are moments where I wish I could join friends in protest. Instead, I write poetry on equality for all, especially the LGBT community, and poetry on racism. It's wonderful. Now, she also says that she supports people like Colin Kaepernick and other athletes who take a knee to protest racism and police brutality. She does not see their actions as an affront to the flag or the troops, as President Trump and others have claimed. And I'm guessing the guy that actually threw racial slurs at her probably says a lot different. I don't know that, but I am making some assumptions, and I realize that. Now, she also says, "I will never forget that I'm not only a soldier, but I'm also a minority that's fighting for this country that also sees that racism is still a prominent issue. They can take a knee. I will continue to stand tall and proud, for I fight for this very country." And I think that's wonderful. Look, a couple things. Now, look, for everybody who thought that racism was over, it's still here. Racism isn't even close to being over, and small situations like this prove that. I mean, this guy seemed to have very casually jumped to, "Hey, you N-words aren't fit to serve my country, go kill yourself," over a little stupid thing like being cut off. I'm just saying, that overreaction, that's what casual racism looks like. Now, that is just one part of racism, and that's the thing. That part of racism is actually starting to die out with some of the older generations. The other part, the systemic part, well, that's what's here to stay, and that's what really needs our attention, and that's actually why people like Kaepernick are still kneeling. Now, the racists like this gentleman here, there's not a lot we can do about those guys, but we can actually fix the systemic issues that impact people like this young woman. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more like this, please hit the subscribe button below. And if you want to support truly independent progressive media, please consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/TYTNation.